Welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing? Thanks so much for being here. If you guys are new, welcome. This is a strategy channel where I cover games like Warno, Arma, and all kinds of other fun games. Now, if you have nothing better to do with your life except for waste a little bit of time and watch some action, you came to the right place. There's going to be a lot of explosions, tank versus tanks, fighter jets duking it out in the sky. And of course, I do this primarily not because I need attention or because I want some purpose in my life. Because I enjoy playing this game, and so I hope you guys enjoy this video too. Look, we all know the economy is crashing, so why don't you just buckle down and just play some video games, because there's nothing better like that, just to ignore the world. And this is what we're doing here. So let's watch this little clip here. This is a AML-90 Lynx. It's actually a French recon, and right now it's actually firing at some Soviet transports that are hiding here behind this building. So let's just check it out and see what happens. So here the French PMB artillery is actually firing already at the enemy. They are quick and mobile, which is kind of nice. Obviously not armored very well, but here you guys are seeing them in action. Already trying to hit the enemy with artillery. Here we're gonna talk about, this is gonna be the battle for Vertigo. It's gonna be a 2v2. I'm playing as 3rd Armored. He's playing as 11th. We got the KDA on the enemy side of things, as well as the Berliner. Probably not pronounced that right, but anyway. So both these forward deploying, as well as my ally who's playing as the French is also forward deploying as well. I'm not, obviously, a 3rd Armored, so I took a little bit longer to get to the front line. And so as far as we're looking at tactically here, what I'm trying to accomplish is to take Alpha here, and he's trying to take Delta. And so right now, you guys are seeing just a little bit of artillery going on, nothing too much, probably a lot of recon going on, trying to figure out where the enemy is at. Right now, you guys see it's 663 to 156, and we got that +2, or it was actually +3 for a while, really early, because we captured these territories first, and the enemy kind of took a little bit longer than they should have to capture their territories there in the back. So right now I'm doing a little bit of scouting and figuring things out. I will tell you guys, buckle down, this match was pretty crazy. And there you guys see the fighter jet there streaking on the left side there. That's actually really cool. And again, I took a little too long with pushing up my anti-air. This game is very, very beautiful. Should probably win an Oscar. And there you go. You guys see an airstrike come in from me. And unfortunately, one of our fighter jets did crash. He's still pushing up more, though. He's pushing up more. And we're seeing my A-10 here. He's dropping munitions here. Wow. So you got the MiG-21 that actually took out one of our M113s there. And the pivots are in action, as well as some of our anti-air all the way there in the back. So he's doing the shoot and move operations here. You're gonna see the massive amount of artillery coming in here. Actually pretty cool to see. And this is where I was trying to push up with my infantry, like I was telling you guys earlier. And it did not work out. It was really tough to push through this forest, because every time I tried to do that, he had a recon in place in these buildings, and he would just call in that artillery with just massive amounts of artillery coming in here. And he's able to just very quickly reposition and fire again. He's got more artillery here too, and these are different. Another MiG-21 coming in here. Looking like he's probably trying to hunt down some, either our tank or some of our armored vehicles here. Well, you see him there. So our AA is at work, and that MiG-21 did get shot down. And you guys see what he was targeting there. Some of our Bradleys that we have here. in place, and we're trying to push up on this territory because I was hoping to capture some of these buildings to be able to kind of deny him this area here, and eventually push into the town. You guys see that he's kind of buckled down here. A lot of infantry. He's got a good front line going. An okay amount of anti-air, I would say. Pretty weak on the anti-air though. And here comes the artillery. You guys are seeing the massive amounts, and he shoots and he moves right after he finishes with this targeting there. And you guys are seeing again this wood line is getting lit up. So if you guys look, you are seeing a pattern. Units are being lit up in this forest and in this wood line as well. So you guys see every time we try to advance here, he damages my infantry a lot with his artillery that's coming in here. And we were trying to, my ally was trying to help me here and trying to push up here and push away his recon, which is nice of him. Actually, I thought he did really, really well, by the way. And he did a really, really good job at containing this Silent Proto. And I was playing against Atomic Muffin, who also played a really good game. I did enjoy going against him. It was really tough. I mean, he really just kind of embedded himself in this town, and it was just kind of a meat grinder here for a hot minute. UH-60 landing here with some supplies. Getting instantly targeted. Look at all this fire going on here, and you guys are seeing AA and some fighter jets duking it out there in the sky. Very cool. And we brought in the resupplies here to try to help out our infantry, who was heavily damaged. Look at this beautiful airstrike. It's absolutely amazing. See an M1 Abrams pulling in here. Here comes more artillery. Trying to take out our supplies here. Really dangerous operation with the UH-60, but why not? You guys are seeing that a lot of these buildings are already destroyed or heavily damaged. And again, we're not really having any luck on the right flank here as far as pushing up through this wood line. And every time I try to push, he just uses his massive amounts of artillery to just destroy or heavily damage my infantry enough to that I have to retreat and resupply them. But you guys do see this middle area is completely gone now. And something I've talked about in my other videos is, you know, if you come across assaulting a town and you're just having a really difficult time taking out a unit in a certain building, always an option to just destroy it with artillery. And here you go. The Burantinos are about to start firing right now. It's pretty much what the whole match was about right here. You can see my tanks are slowly retreating. He's got some of the French recon there. Like an 8-headed dragon. That's what it felt like. Seeing some amazing Warno effects here. And the shockwaves coming in there too. That's pretty cool. I'm amazed at how many Su-17s he had. There you go, he's coming in here. Not sure what he's doing here. Possible airstrike coming here. This one goes down. Not sure what he was trying to accomplish with that airstrike, but he lost every single bomber and fighter jet he sent out. And here you go, we are seeing a attack here. And this plane is also lost. And another one lost too. So all those attacks were just horrendously bad. Here you guys are seeing a smoking operation here. This is actually a little bit of help coming down from our ally here. from his artillery. And so what he was doing here is he was smoking this area so I could advance into here a little bit better. So you guys see we're definitely pushing really hard on Alpha. We've evened things out. And you guys can see that Delta is primarily controlled by my ally here on the left from Zukov. And so he's doing a pretty good job there. I have to show you guys this. This was actually extremely creative by the enemy. He's got actually this anti-air FLA unit that he snuck on a hill, and he was actually taking shots at my helicopters from all the way up here. You guys see the helicopter all the way there in the distance getting shot at. Very, very creative. It's very cool. I was not expecting this. Let's see if our H-1F Cobra survives or not. It was actually able to get out of that spin, which is pretty awesome. But we should have a response for him soon, too. MiG-21 coming in here with a Fab 250. Just to hit one unit. And it was not worth it. I'm not sure exactly how many points that particular vehicle was, but it was not worth it. And here you guys are seeing the artillery coming in late to try to get this FLA, but he moved it already. Bradley engaging some units from here. I don't think they have range to hit me with their missiles from here, so that's kind of good. That's the best place to put your armored vehicles, by the way. If you can hit the enemy and they can't touch you, it's the best place to be. So we're putting on a lot of damage on these units. And here comes the artillery. Hitting hard on the anti-air, which is already out of ammo. And you can see he's struggling pretty bad right now in this area. A lot of things are being destroyed. He's kind of doing this desperate push with the T-55s, which aren't really worth a damn. But they're coming in here nonetheless. And there's a lot of them, so. He does have T-64s, which are obviously better. Slightly, you know, not as good as the M1 Abrams, but pretty close. Helicopters coming in here, so let's see what happens here. It's got an Mi-24, and I believe it's got the Mi-8s. And he's trying to stop our infantry push here. Just another form of artillery, basically, but in the sky. You guys see that massive supply helicopter right there? It's the Mi-26. These Mi-24s got away, but this helicopter is caught by the Pivad that we have up front. This thing about the Pivads is they're really cheap, and they can stun helicopters very, very quickly. So that's kind of good nerf there, or a counter to his helicopters. Again, he's coming in with a lot of artillery. The nice thing is that my Abrams are pretty resistant to artillery. I mean, they can be destroyed by artillery, don't get me wrong, but they are resistant to it pretty good. And unfortunately, here you go, he's this FLA coming in pretty hard on my Apache, which is just getting hammered right now. It's spinning pretty hard. And we're trying to get out of there. But it's possible we may turn around and kill that FLA, hopefully. But here you guys are seeing the tank coming in here to support our Apache. Apache is an expensive unit, so to lose it here would be pretty bad. But it looks like we actually got really lucky, and he did run an ammo. It's probably as broke as every average American under Joe Biden. You know, in America we promise bonuses. In Russia they promise the Russians some potatoes, you know, and some vodka. That's all they get. Anyway, so they're coming in here, not really knowing the plan. Like, you know, oh my God, we're in Ukraine all of a sudden. Didn't know that was happening. Just hopped in a transport. Next thing you know, I'm fighting a full-blown war. And I'm just really curious, guys. I just gotta follow this choo-choo train and just see what's gonna happen here. What do you guys think? Any ideas of who's gonna win this engagement? Oh my goodness! Look at all the smoke going on here. There goes the AA coming in there. It's pretty amazing. how far it reaches is pretty cool. Again, I'm just gonna have to put it out there. Warno is amazing, and they finally did this obstacle thing. It used to be that the craters on the road was just like it looked like a crater, and they could just drive over it like it was paved road. Now they have finally fixed that. Let's get a little closer look. All right, let's see if he unloads these successfully. Oh, they've arrived at the front line. So they're right next to a bunch of anti-air guns in the middle of an open field like that. I'm not sure how sound this is. 2 of them are still going. This is a very disorganized convoy. You guys are seeing that units are being destroyed. What is going on here? Looks like they're gonna be unloading. Let's go follow these group of guys. These guys are heroes. Actually, they unloaded quite well. But you are seeing all these tanks coming in now. Just gonna decimate the infantry. I don't know if you'd want to be in that wood line, but I sure wouldn't want to be caught in that wood line with my pants down at that moment. Wow. And this is what he was saving up his little tanks for. I love the sound that they make. French freedom. Let's go. He hasn't lost very many of them, and they're suppressing the enemy really, really well. Just getting in there and getting it done. This is amazing. If you guys don't know what fire superiority is, it's right here. French baguette. Man, I could almost just grab a croissant and just watch this whole thing happen. You know, they say the French can't fight, but that was pretty good. That was pretty damn good. So, all those Russian conscripts are dead now. Wow, massive unloading operation. This is a massive amount of units. It's kind of cool. Here goes his artillery again. Targeting one tank with all that ammunition. So, you know, sometimes it's successful, but when he couldn't find clumps, he would go after one unit, and it's not worth it. You can use 2 artillery pieces to kill a tank. You don't need 6 of them, wasting ammunition. And here you go. Our M1 Abrams are engaging some of the T-55s, and they're having a lot of success. I mean, it's an M1 Abram. It's going to absolutely destroy any T-55 it ever encounters. So we do finally push through this little area here. So you guys are seeing that, and we are pulling back our Bradleys. Look at these massive amounts of holes here. Just looks like a bunch of gophers came to party and had a little too much, you know, some of the good stuff. But like I was saying, guys, stalemate. We're still winning. Been able to really suppress the enemy here. Just look at this massive amounts of fire coming from the Bradleys. Bradleys in action here. And there comes the artillery. Massive amounts of artillery. But again, if you spread your units out, like what? I mean, yeah, he kills 1 Bradley. If he kills 1 Bradley, because mine's retreating already. Possible, but they can move pretty quick. And you see, like, all this firepower wasted. I mean, it's a lot of ammunition. Like, these artillery pieces take an insane amount of ammo. So unless you have really good, you know, recon, there you go. There goes a T-55 there. He's got more T-55s pushing up pretty hard right now. And he's already retreating with them. Now check this out. This is actually really cool. So he's trying to eliminate my command. My command is very, very vulnerable right now. I mean, he's got like 5 infantry units coming after 1, you know, command. And I got another command here too. But we do have a Pivets. We have a Bradley. Another Bradley here that's going to probably start firing on them soon. And we have an Abrams too. So you're seeing this massive push, and I actually kind of was really happy about this because I was kind of getting payback a little bit because he did cream a lot of my units in here. I wasn't happy about the casualties. This is like one of the highest casualty games I've ever played. Ugh, there goes the artillery again. He's shitting on my massive American economy again. Stupid rubles. Oh, and there's the Burantinos. Who doesn't love some Burantino spamming? I gotta love me some of that. Some artillery on crack. I mean, at some point I was asking myself the question, is he resupplying so fast? And again, he wasted so much ammo. Look at this pivot, just, I mean, just being nasty. Being nasty is all I can say. I mean, and oh my god. You can use pivots pretty well to suppress infantry, because they can shoot from pretty far away, guys. So let's check it out. The pivots can shoot from ground targets over 1,000 meters. So that's not bad. And they can't even shoot me from that far away, I don't think. No, not really. 850 meters. I mean, sure, their bullets can fly from pretty far, but just remember, a rifle can only shoot so far. And 850 meters is actually pretty damn far. So finally, the enemy does get a +2 here. Here we go. Here's a solid armor detail here. Got these T-64s, which are pretty damn dangerous. They're only slightly worse than the Bradleys. I'm sorry, M1 Abrams. Wow, this looks cool. Has he got the KDA symbol on it? Oh no. That is pretty damn cool. And here he's coming in with these T-55s. He's probably about to cream my M1 Abrams, unfortunately. He's just one against like 6 of them. Little Russian bullies. This is what it feels like to be Ukrainian right here. 6 Russian bullies and just you. Ouch. It's okay, we come back with a bigger baseball bat. Anyway, here goes our pivads. And there you go, they got destroyed. Look at all these infantry though, they got really routed really quickly. And then he's using his arty pretty well here. I did pull back my command. Try to get it out of there. I did lose eventually. I lost the infantry command, and this M1 Abrams is just gone. And like I was saying, you can destroy M1 Abrams with artillery. It's just hard. And, well, in this particular case, he's using 6 pieces of artillery, and he still couldn't destroy them. You guys are seeing some of our M1 Abrams. This is when I got pissed off, and I said, you know what? You're gonna spam me like this. I'm gonna spam you back, bitch. And guess what? I have M1 Abrams. You can't really just steamroll through me if I have a shit ton of M1 Abrams. So, we'll see how well that offensive goes. I got tired of losing infantry. That's pretty much it. We'll say that this M1 Abrams placement was awesome. I had this M1 Abrams here for so long. Pretty much the whole game, and he didn't destroy it, so that was kind of cool. And he just kept getting kills every time he kept sneaking out his, tanks or anything like that. And Su-22 coming in here with RBK 500. Unguided bomb. Probably targeting here. We're actually popping smoke here. It looks like maybe a cluster though. He does land his drop. But he did not destroy my Abrams because they landed at the backside. So he lost line of sight right before he struck my Abrams, which is really good for us. We are pushing into here yet again to try to balance this out. We did give ourselves a +2. Now check this out. Now he's got this cheap infantry unit here. It's only about 40 points. Good for close quarters fighting against infantry. He's pushing all of these units here. There's about, let's see, there's 8 units. Pointer assault squads here coming in here. And I want to just say that not very many of them are going to come out alive. Here goes the first one. First transport got destroyed. And you're just seeing, this is what happens when you spam in Warno. Do not do this. I'm warning you, don't do it. I think this was his, like, really frustrated moment. He said, you know what, I'm just gonna rush you with a shit ton of cheap infantry. But 40 points times 8, that's a good amount of points. And, and they all died before they even got to unload, so... See the massive amounts of firepower coming on right now. There's just so many units on the field, it's kind of hard to believe. last transport vehicle right here. So out of the 8, only 1 is still going. And it doesn't look like it's going to go for long. You guys are seeing very, very close artillery land next to our M1 Abrams, but not quite. He hasn't adjusted his fire just yet. And we are absolutely eating up this infantry here. This massive amounts of infantry that's here. You see 3 units are already routed and a bunch are damaged. And this is what happens with American armor. It pushes hard like that. We're able to have some success. And again, moving our tanks right in time for the other second round of artillery because he adjusted his fire. But again, nothing too crazy. Here we're going to have some interesting things happen. And I was actually surprised, but again, this was me for being a little bit too cocky because he has some T-55s as well as T-64s, and he just had so many. I thought we could handle these and do a little exchange, but we did lose an Abrams there. Look at the massive amount of armored vehicles in this. You guys could just see all the destroyed vehicles there in this. He's got 5 tanks there, and they are retreating. We did lose 1 M1 Abrams in that encounter, and another one was heavily damaged. But we are pushing them back to resupply, and right now we do have a better tank game than they do. There comes our artillery coming in late, and he's hitting my recons there. And for the first time in the game, we do have Silent Proto did quit, so that pretty much discouraged our opponent here as well. And we are going to come in here and recontest this area again. And let's see some of the insanity going on here. You got these gazelles just open up fire. That was absolutely crazy. So Zhukov was able to finally push the enemy out of his command point here. So he controls Delta, and that gave us a +2, and we also put another command back in here, so now they really don't have anything. Here comes the artillery again. Again, I kept making the mistake of clumping my units, and he's going to take out this command as well, unfortunately. And that's with good recon. But it's okay, because our ally's coming in here with his own infantry command unit as well. Yeah, this artillery was a pain in the butt. I really should have made a much bigger effort to get rid of them. Did you guys see how wide our front line is? It spans pretty far, and there he goes. Our anti-air is taking out the Mi-8 here. Very nice. I like it. And there you go, pushing up a command again. We're back to a +2. And we are now beating the enemy. He does have these tanks here, and again, he's trying to do some more artillery here. Here you go, guys. You'll see this massive engagement here between my M1 Abrams and his T-64s. And from that engagement, he only has 1 that survived, so he just lost a massive amount of tanks, and that's thankfully due to a massive amount of armor that we've got. And we've been playing this this game of, you know, going into the territory and then leaving the territory, and I think we had enough to really push through this whole territory, but we weren't able to really fully do it, especially with that massive amounts of artillery. So thank you so much for coming and watching my videos. You guys are seeing the results here. This was the longest match I've played in a long time. I could hear my fingers cracking and falling apart from carpal tunnel after wasting my life playing video games and trying to make something for myself. And of course, you know, I'd love to bring you guys entertaining content, but you know, do something better with your life and go play outside, or if you got a dog, take him on a walk and throw the football around. Be American. All right. Love you guys. Take care.